Tiny habits, big impact. Unleash your greatness with everyday micro wins. Feeling overwhelmed by the pressure to achieve big things? We live in a world obsessed with instant gratification and overnight success stories. But what if the key to unlocking your full potential lies not in grand gestures, but in tiny habits? Gretchen Rubin's book, The Power of Habit, ignited a conversation about the transformative power of routine. The Book of 10. Tiny Habits, Big Life takes this concept a step further. It explores the idea that small, seemingly insignificant actions, consistently performed, can lead to remarkable results. Here's why this philosophy resonates so strongly in today's world. The all or nothing trap. We're bombarded with unrealistic expectations of overnight success and peak productivity. This can lead to setting lofty goals that feel overwhelming and ultimately unattainable. Tiny habits provide a welcome escape from this all or nothing mentality. Instead of aiming to completely overhaul your lifestyle, you focus on small, achievable actions, like meditating for just 3 minutes before work or reading 10 pages before bed. These bite-sized goals are easier to integrate into your existing routine, reducing feelings of discouragement and setting you up for sustainable progress. The cult of busyness. Our schedules are crammed with obligations, leaving us feeling perpetually stretched thin. The beauty of tiny habits is their minimal time investment. They require just a few minutes each day, making them a perfect fit for our busy lives. For instance, instead of aiming for an hour-long workout session that feels impossible to squeeze in, your tiny habit could be a quick 15-minute walk during your lunch break. These small pockets of activity, accumulated over time, can lead to significant improvements in your overall health and well-being without sacrificing precious time. The power of progress. Large, looming goals can feel daunting and demotivating. Tiny habits, on the other hand, offer a daily dose of accomplishment. The act of completing your tiny habit each day, no matter how small, reinforces a sense of self-efficacy. The belief in your ability to achieve your goals. This builds momentum and fuels the desire to keep moving forward on your journey. Imagine successfully completing your 2-minute daily decluttering routine for a week straight. Witnessing that progress, however small, can be incredibly motivating and keep you on track toward your bigger goal of an organized and clutter-free space. So, how can you incorporate the wisdom of the Book of 10 Tiny Habits, Big Life into your own journey? Here are some key takeaways. Identify your big goal. Take some time to reflect on your aspirations. What overarching aim do you want to achieve in a specific area of your life? Do you crave a healthier lifestyle? Perhaps you yearn to master a new skill like playing the guitar or learning a language. Maybe you desire a more organized workspace or a more mindful approach to daily tasks. Having a clear vision of your big goal will serve as a guiding light, helping you identify the tiny habits that can become the building blocks of your success. Start small and specific and smart. Resist the urge to jump in with overly ambitious habits. Begin with something incredibly simple, specific, and smart. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. For example, instead of a vague goal of being healthier, your tiny habit could be drinking 1 glass of water before breakfast every day. This is specific, measurable. You're tracking 1 glass. Achievable, it's just 1 glass. Relevant to your overall health goal, and time-bound. You're doing it daily. Focus on consistency and stacking. The magic lies in consistent action. Aim to perform your tiny habit every day, even if it's just for a few minutes. Building a sustainable routine is key. Here's where habit stacking comes in. Pair your tiny habit with an existing routine you already perform consistently. For example, if you always brush your teeth in the morning, stack your drink 1 glass of water habit right after that. This way, the existing habit acts as a cue to remind you of your new tiny habit. Celebrate every win and track your progress. Don't underestimate the power of positive reinforcement. Acknowledge your progress no matter how small. Did you stick to your tiny habit for a week straight? Reward yourself with a small treat or celebrate with a friend. Celebrating your wins keeps you motivated and on track. Additionally, consider tracking your progress. There are apps and habit trackers available, or simply use a piece of paper to mark off each day. You complete your tiny habit. Visually seeing your progress can be incredibly motivating. Make it fun and experiment. Let's be honest, boring habits are easily abandoned. Find a way to make your tiny habit enjoyable. Listen to an audiobook while walking during your lunch break for your Get Some Exercise tiny habit. Pair your meditation session with calming music or a guided meditation app. Turn reading into a social activity by joining a book club for your read 10 pages before bed habit. The key is to experiment and find what makes sticking to your tiny habit enjoyable and sustainable. Remember, change takes time. Be patient with yourself, celebrate your small victories, and don't be afraid to adjust your tiny habits as needed. By incorporating these steps, you can transform the philosophy of the Book of 10 Tiny Habits, Big Life into a powerful tool to unlock your own big life, one tiny step at a time.